Hello guys, DailyClasher here, and today I'm going to be doing an interview with the respected forum moderator, Twister.
Hey there.
So, to start off, I would actually like to ask you, I know you were a player before you became a moderator. When did you actually start playing Clash of Clans?
I think I started right about the end of August. I missed the first few weeks while it was in the U.S. App Store, but started playing close to the beginning. I played quite a bit, actually, the first few months. I made it to the top 50 right about the time Town Hall 9 came out. So it took me about 2 months. I think the size I got was about 42 or 43. I was about 2,500 cups, I think, when the leader was 26 or so.
What clan were you in?
At that time, I was in Winterfell.
Is that still around?
They are. They've gone through quite a few changes. I think they're still in the top 200, but the Iron Throne is the leader now within the Winterfell family, I saw. So
yeah, I've been seeing that go up and down for quite a while now.
Yep, that was part of the family back then.
Alright, that's awesome. So, Twister, I know you're level 90, and I was just wondering, how many gems did you actually buy?
Well, back in the beginning when I was chasing trophies, I was in a clan with Panda and the True King, and I tried keeping up with them, so I bought quite a few of those $99 big packages to keep up with my clanmates. I think I quit buying around the Town Hall 9 update, though. It's been quite a while since I bought gems.
Oh, wow, those packs must have really added up. So, building on to that question, how did you become a moderator?
Well, about the middle of October, Rauda split the forum into sub-forums and had what's now the Idea sub-forum. And one day I remember asking him in a post, said, why don't you make a sticky with all the ideas so we can keep track of what we're all asking for and what you guys are working on and whatnot. Originally, he answered me that he didn't have time to do a sticky and it would be a lot of work. And I told him, oh, why don't you ask someone on the forum to do it? I'm sure you'd get some volunteers. And a couple days later, he actually PM'd me and asked me if I would want to keep track of the Idea sticky. So it kind of grew from there.
So I actually know that you're a moderator on the forums, and much of the community knows as well. When did you actually join the forums?
Pretty sure it was right at the beginning of September. I joined these forums. I had read the Canadian forums when they were in beta for a few weeks when I very first started playing the game, but as soon as I found the current forums, I joined them and been there ever since.
Alright, cool. I know you recently answered this in the last question, but I just want to make sure. Are you actually paid to be a forum moderator, or is it voluntary?
It is 100% voluntary, although they do send me some cool Supercell shirts and hoodies.
That's awesome.
It is, although I have to watch where I wear them. If I wear them anywhere where there's tech people around, I get mobbed. Just wearing them just into my local Walmart, I get people running up to me going, oh, cool, which game do you play? And how do you have a shirt? Where can I get one?
It must be awesome being a staff.
It's definitely neat to go out in a Supercell shirt. Let's put it that way.
I know you stopped spending gems, but I want to know your motivation for it. I know after you got moderator, you started to spend a lot of time on the forums. How much time do you spend exactly compared to gameplay?
Well, before I was a moderator, I would say 8 hours a day in the game, maybe an hour or so on the forums. After I became a moderator, it pretty much switched. I'm probably looking at forums, replying to PMs or messages pretty close to 8 hours a day, and then maybe playing the game an hour a day. So it's about swapped.
Isn't it hard to manage it with your work as well?
Oh, yeah, work and family. I stay up late at night quite a bit. It's hard to balance, but it's almost always on in the background. I run over to the computer here and there. It's first thing I do in the morning, last thing I do at night, and I'm on it as much as I can.
It shows how dedicated you are.
Yeah, I like the forums.
So I was actually wondering, I know you spend a lot of time on forums, which you answered in the recent question, but I want to know what sub-forum you spend the most time in.
The most is probably the Idea sub-forum, simply because that's where I started being a mod, and I have that huge sticky that I read all the threads and look for new ideas and try and make sure that everyone's voice is heard in the sticky. That's probably the most. I spend quite a bit of time in the bug forum, too. I like trying to help people as much as I can, but being a moderator and not a staff member, I don't have access to the game servers or stuff, so I can't help as much as I'd like. After that, the general is where a lot of time spent as well. Those would probably be the most time of the 3 forums I spend the most time on.
So what idea from this Idea sticky is actually your favorite? Because I know there are many good ones, but what's your favorite?
Well, if I just had to pick one, obviously, Clan Wars would be it. That would add pretty much a third game within the game besides single player, multiplayer. Clan Wars would be huge. That would be my favorite single one. But that Sticky has over 100 ideas from users, and there's a lot that I really like in there too. But Clan Wars would be the top one for me, at least.
Yeah, I think that's what the community is hoping for as well.
Yep, I'm pretty sure Supercell would love to do it, but that's a huge project. I don't know if that's a short-term or long-term project for them, but hopefully someday it comes.
I know because you're a moderator, you have to move threads a lot. Is this annoying or is this a common occurrence?
Both. It's quite common. Many new people don't realize there's different sub-forums, and I myself probably move a dozen or so a day, but the whole mod team, we probably move 50 or so a day. It happens quite a lot.
So, moving on, I know that people sometimes post in the wrong sections. Are there any punishments for actions such as these?
Well, for a sub-forum violation, we don't usually infract them or discipline them, so to speak. If they keep doing it over and over again, oftentimes just a PM asking them to post in the right spot does it. There are forum rules that we have to enforce. Some violations of forum rules can get you a 1, 2, 7-day ban, whatever, a short ban to get your attention. Some of the more serious ones can be an instant ban, and usually after multiple rule infractions, you can have a permanent vacation from the forums. It's all situational, and we just try to enforce the forum rules.
I know being a moderator, you must have some sort of contact with Supercell, and since you also get the shirts, how do you contact them, and how often do you contact them?
Well, I talk directly and indirectly to them every day. We all are on Skype. We have a Heyday channel and a Clash of Clans channel and a general channel. So we type to each other every day. We can do Skype calls, text each other by phone if there's big issues. But yeah, we're in contact every day, either directly or indirectly.
That's awesome.
Another question that I had was that, do you have weekly reports as a moderator?
Yep, we do. Throughout the week, we make sure that the Supercell staff see the forum posts that are hot topics or something they need to look at. The mods generally can handle most of the forum posts, but our job is to be that go-between between the public and the SC employees. But yeah, we have weekly reports to the staff. We include stuff like the top ideas and anything we see wrong with the game, things we'd like to see. I mean, we do get to kind of help steer the game, but for the most part, we're just the voice of the players to the SC folks.
So maybe a weekly report could have been D Marshmallows, stop motion, Space Invaders.
That one actually, as soon as it came out, I sent Marika a Skype message, said, "You've got to see this. This is definitely something to feature on Facebook under the fan art section or the highlighting what the fans submit." That was an awesome video. Yeah, I PM'd him the other day and asked him where's his follow-up. He needs like a Donkey Kong or Defender Centipede video or something.
Yeah. So, being a moderator, do you get to know about the upcoming features or updates before they're actually public?
Well, we do. Our non-disclosure agreement doesn't let us talk about them too much, but usually a week or so before an update goes live, we get to see some notes of what's coming. Usually for me, I'd start researching those areas because I know there'll be a ton of questions. So if it's about Dark Elixir storage or whatever it may be, I'll go make sure I refresh my memory on the hit points and the levels and stuff like that. Just so if any changes come, I know how to answer them or what's changed. But yeah, we do know about them. We just can't talk about them, unfortunately. Yeah. Although we get asked quite a lot for hints. We just can't give them out.
So I know with the new update also came the new feature of a personal break. I know top players such as Vizia have dropped from their 4,000 markers of this is they use other mechanical ways to stay on. What do you think about this update?
Well, certainly the mechanical things or any other alleged ways around staying online out there were not in the spirit of the game, and I'm sure that was just one way Supercell addressed it. I think for most players, it's a great thing. Some of the folks that do play in 8 and 10 hour chunks may run into an issue, but I think overall it's going to be great for the game.
Do you think they're going to somehow make minor tweaks such as make it longer, like 24 hours or 10 hours?
I don't really know.
Along with the new update came a Town Hall 10. What do you think about this in the update history? Is it really significant or as big as the Barbarian King or maybe smaller?
Well, I think it's kind of early to tell, but it's got to rank right up near the top. Before this, I would have said the Town Hall 9 upgrade was probably the big one. The one that introduced spells was huge. The hero update was a huge one. And the Dark Elixir Troop was probably another huge one that comes to mind. But Town Hall 10 certainly 6 months from now will probably be looked back as another turning point of greatness. Yeah, it's going to be huge, I think.
Alright, that's awesome. Okay, so I think that's a wrap. It was a pleasure having interviewed you, Twister.
Hey, thanks for having me, DailyClasher.